I do have a presentation. Do I have access to share my screen? Okay. Is it
Yes, you
right?
should. You should be able to.
It's saying it's currently disabled. Host disabled
Okay,
participant screen
let's see
sharing.
what we can do.
I think you have to click on my name and then give me access.
You should have access now, right?
Yes.
We made you the host, so
Awesome.
you have it.
Okay, thank you. So I like to start. I like to start off. By the way, thank you guys so much for allowing me to share this information. I'm super passionate. I do a lot of career schools, speeches, talks, seminar, workshop. You name it all. I'm always in the field. Because again, I am a professor firsthand. I teach at 2 universities, but beside the university, I'm always in school like yours, speaking to faculty and staff how to show them to set their kids up to be millionaires. So I'm gonna play this quick video. It's less than 2 minutes, and then we'll get into the presentation.
It once said, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So you're ready to start saving for your kids' future. You already understand the power of compound interest over time, so you know the sooner you start, the better. So where should you be saving that money? Let's talk about perhaps the most powerful and least known savings vehicle for kids on the market, Indexed Universal Life, or IUL. IUL stands out against all other savings vehicles in one main area of strength, flexibility. Other financial vehicles lock you into what you can use your savings on, but an IUL can be a first car, a college education, a down payment on a house, a wedding. IUL cash value can be used however, whenever, and on whatever you choose. Plus, since it's built on a financial chassis of life insurance, your child is instantly covered with hundreds of thousands of dollars of permanent life insurance with living benefits, simply as a side benefit of utilizing IUL as your choice of savings vehicle. Now don't freak out, the fact that it's life insurance is actually a good thing. Life insurance cash value comes with a ton of unique side benefits, like your cash value being protected from market losses, cash value growing tax deferred and being accessible tax free, protection from lawsuits, and IUL cash value is not considered in asset calculations when applying for student loans for college. So, what could one of these policies look like for your kiddo? Let's say you had a baby today, and to take maximum advantage of the power of compound interest over time, you immediately start socking away $100 per month into an IUL. Right away, your child is now covered with $371,000 of permanent life insurance coverage with living benefits. That's a pretty nice little side benefit. And that financial foundation you establish for them today will continue to grow with them over the years and be available throughout their lifetime for whatever they need or want to use it for. Plus, if they don't access that money, right around retirement, their IUL is conservatively projected to hit $1 million of cash value. And at age 65, they could turn on a tax-free income stream of $75,000 per year that will last them the rest of their lives, no matter how long they live. The point is, they have options. IUL is the most flexible savings vehicle for children on the market, and the best time to plant that seed is today.
Awesome. How many of you have heard about the IUL? Has anybody heard about the IUL before? No? No one?
No.
Wow. Okay then. So you guys are really going to learn something. IUL is one of the most flexible saving plan right now when it comes to setting kids up to save for their college. But it's not just college, it's more than college. And let me share my screen. Okay, so what is an IUL? An IUL it's a cash value life insurance. It's not your average mom and pop life insurance that you pay for Nobody reaps the benefit. When you die, somebody get it. No, 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 no. This is not that type of insurance. This is a cash value life insurance that it's called Index Universal Life. Transamerica, which is our parent company, we are the #1 selling IUL 8 consecutive years. So when you save money in an IUL, you're getting from day one a lot of benefits. Number one, growth on your money, right? So your money is going to grow. Number two, you also have a safety net. What does this mean? Anytime the stock market drop, which it does, and everybody else is going to lose money, we are not going to lose money because the insurance company has a contract guarantee of 0.75, which says when everybody is losing, we're actually still going to make money 0.75. Now, this is super important right here because if you're saving for your child to go to college, let's say they were scheduled to go to college in the year 2020. What happened in 2020? COVID, right? And so the stock market was crazy. People lost as much as 40%. So if your child had 100,000, let's say in a 529, which most people are aware of, now you're down to about 60,000. But if you had that 100,000 in an IUL, not only you still have it, but you would have earned 0.75. So the guarantee of never losing money is so important when it comes to saving for your future. On top of it, we can access this money at any age. So we could access it before college, for college, and after college. And the fourth benefit is that we also do have coverage of life insurance. Now, no one wants to think about debt when it comes to kids. However, it's not about debt. It's about building wealth and setting them up to be wealthy in their later years in life. And God forbid, if anything happens to their health in the future, they're already protected. I mean, none of us are exempt from chronic illness, critical illness, or even terminal. Cancer, heart attack, stroke, asthma, diabetes, high blood pressure, all of those things we're susceptible. So if those things were to occur in the future in their adult life, they're already protected. So these are the four major things and benefits that when you're saving for your child today, it's not only about today. Now, I'm going to compare it to a 529. Most of you are familiar with the 529, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So with the 529, let's look at some side-by-side comparison with an IUL. I'm going to pick on use for college only. As a professor, I can tell you firsthand, I have students in my classroom at St. John University that have no business getting free money, but they're getting free money. Why? Their parents knew this information. Now, when you save money in a 529, which is where most people are either saving for their kids' college, it is only used for college. We're in a different era. What if your kids want to become entrepreneurs? What if they want to become a business owner, a real estate mogul, or they want to do something outside of college? Now, that money will be taxed 10% penalty because they're not using it for college. With an IUL, it's unlimited. You could use it for anything, for a wedding, for a car, for a house, anything you can use it for. There's no stipulation that says you have to only use it for college. And another really big thing I'm going to point out is when you have a 529 or money in the bank, which is where most people are using for college, it is way against us towards FAFSA, financial aid application, because we or the government sees this as you have money. And because you have money, you go pay for school. Meanwhile, my nieces and nephew that don't have a 529, and all of my clients that don't have a 529 because I've educated them on the pros and cons, they're still saving for their kids. But where? In an IUL, where now it does not weigh or count against us. So our kids and grandkids could have all the free money that the government is offering. Because when they apply that financial aid form, it's not going to show they have income. If you want more money or you want the money, you got to hide your money. Now, other cultures have been doing this. Now we want to teach people to save smart, because your kids can get scholarship, they can get grant, they can get financial aid. But if you show them that you have this already, then that's going to disqualify you from getting future stuff. So I am going to tell you right now, if you have a 529 for your kids or a bank account for your kids, those things will count against you. It's not going to help you. It's going to count against you. And we all know college is expensive, right? So by the time your kids are ready to go off to college, it's going to be way more expensive than it is today. So the goal is, yes, to save, but you don't want to show them that you have all of this money. And by doing a 529 or a bank account, we will see this, because you're going to have to disclose it. With an IUL, you don't have to disclose it. And even if they see it, to them, it's just a life insurance. Now, I'm going to show you an illustration of a newborn. The minute
I'm sorry, there's a question in the chat. They're saying, can a 529 be transferred to an IUL?
No, it cannot. That's why we want to stop funding it as soon as possible and now reposition that money and save it in an IUL instead. No, you can't transfer it. It has to stop contribution. My nephew, I have a sister that works at a hospital, and when she gave birth, she had a 529. She opened immediately for my nephew. Once I started doing this business, I said, no, we cannot fund this 529 anymore, because by the time he's 18 or ready for college, he's gonna have all this money that we're gonna have to disclose. UGMA and UTMA, similar to 529. Again, you cannot mix it. You have to stop funding those accounts and open an IUL. So UGMA, UTMA, 529, they're all in the same bracket. They're great for kids' college, but when you know better, and this is why we do these webinars and workshops, it's just to show people, hey, you can continue to save, but just don't save in a UGMA, UTMA, and 529. And actually, those vehicles I mentioned in my fourth book that I'm launching next month, Playground Millionaire, where I actually show a chart with UGMA, UTMA, 529, and IUL, all the pros and cons. So it's one thing that we're saving, but it's not the smart way of saving, because again, we're gonna get hit with fast for seeing it. And as long as the government sees it, it's like, you got money, so we're not gonna give you any. We're gonna give Odetta Kings and nieces and nephew, right? So anyone can open an IUL. The minute the child is born, 14 days old, and they have a social. So if you're pregnant, or you know somebody that's pregnant, when I go to baby showers and I see the mom is pregnant, I'm like, listen, the minute he's born and you got his social, we need to talk. Because now this is an illustration with a juvenile, 0 age, not even 1. The parent is saving about $380. Now you can set this plan up with minimum $5 a day. What is $5 a day? That's $150 a month. Minimum, you want to start that minimum. And I'm going to say minimum because the more money you put into these accounts, the more money you'll have access to, right? So $383, that's about you saving $4,600 a year. Immediately now that child is covered with $150,000 life insurance coverage. Now, we're going to look at this illustration. On this side, it gives you the age, the number of years we have the account, and the two main columns I want you to look at is the cash value. This is how the money is growing and how much money we'll have access to take out in the future. And the death benefit, well, it is life insurance, so which means if and when we pass away prematurely, this is what goes to our beneficiary. So I'm going to go to age 18. When this child is 18, the cash value is $137,000. How much did we put in? $82,000. It grows to $137,000. And by the way, this is only with $380. If you put more, you're gonna have more, right? And now we're gonna go all the way to age 25. So now we're done with college. We have money here to pay for college. If we needed more than 137, again, it just means we would have been funding the account with more money sooner, so we have more money when we're 18, 19, and 20. Now we fund this account up until age 24. So in total, we put in 110, and it grows to 228. And from there on, age 25, all these zeros mean we stop funding. So we're only funding this account for the first 24 years of that newborn life. And we have money here at age 25. Again, we don't put any more money in. We stop funding the account, but it continues to grow. 228, 242, 257, 273, 290. So this is how I show my clients to set your kids up for massive success in their entire life. Most people are only going to save for college, and then they're going to say, you know what, I've done my part. You get a good job, go get your life together, go get a job, go get your house, go get your wife, go get everything. You're on your own. I did my part. But other cultures, they set their kids up from life to the end of life. So when you have these plans, you have money for wedding. You have money for a down payment on a house. You have money for every milestone that's going to happen in your adult life, all the way to retirement. Now, fast forward, let's go to the retirement age. Let's say we're 65. Or maybe we want to retire sooner because we can, because we have money to retire sooner. Which, by the way, retirement has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with how much money you have to sustain you if you don't want to work. So this child at age 49, their parents contributed $110,000, and they have over $1 million at age 49. And again, if they wanted to have $1 million sooner, they would have put more money and continue funding the policy as well. So this is how I show clients to not just set their kids up for college, but for their entire adult life. And now let's continue. Let's say now we're in retirement years. We can take out money all along the way. We can take out money, but I'm showing you also have money for their retirement. And then at some point, when we pass away, let's say we live until age, I don't know, let's say the good Lord bless us with age 100, or we die in our 90s. What is the death benefit? In our 90s, we leave over 2 million, 96, almost 2 million, age 97, 1.6, 1.4. So it's so much more than just saving for college. This is about setting our kids up for a massive success, building wealth, and also having a legacy. So when they're gone, their grandkids, not their kids, their grandkids are going to be off, because by default, they're going to make sure their kids also have these plans for themselves, right? So that's what we wanted to share with you guys, because we know a lot of parents, you may be saving something for your kids, but you're either saving it in a 529, UGMA, UTMA, or in the bank. And those vehicles will never, ever give you the benefits that an IUL will give you. And by the way, all of this money is 100% tax-free, right? And you don't ever have to worry about what the stock market is doing, who's the president, what tax laws they've made. All of those things does not affect your IUL. But you got to worry about those things with all of those other accounts. So I encourage you to get in touch with myself or Vita so we can customize a plan based on your child age, how much you want to contribute. And these same plans are also what we recommend for adults. Because as an adult, you're probably saving in a 401k, 403b, 457 IRA, same concept, right? I myself, I own 3 of these plans, and it has nothing to do with burial. Nothing to do with burial. It has everything to do with building wealth, having tax-free income, protecting and growing my money. So it's always going up and never coming down when the stock market go down. So I'm not sure what some of you faculty have for retirement savings. But if you have any one of those things that I mentioned, 401k, 403b, IRA, 457, all of those, and I can show you right here, same thing with an IUL. These government plans that our jobs are giving us, when we pair it with an IUL, there's so much more benefits. Your 401k, 457, 403b, and all those things that we're getting as adults with our jobs, guess what? If you touch money before age 59 and a half, there's penalty. With an IUL, tax-free withdrawals, tax-free loans. Your plan at your job has no life insurance. It has no long-term care. It has no critical. So what if we get hit with a heart attack, cancer, stroke, or any major illness? Now we're forced not to work, but we still got to pay the mortgage. We still got to pay the rent. Where's that money going to come from? And worst case also, the death benefit. So let's say your 401k has 100,000, 200,000. If and when we pass away, the government is going to tax that 200,000 first before they give it to your heir. IUL, 100% of the proceed is tax-free and it's going directly to your family. So these plans are not just only for kids. I have a lot of parents who have these for themselves as well. And like I said, I don't have any kids, but I have 3 of these, and all of my nieces and nephews. And the minute I have a family member that gives birth, they say, Odetta, we need another one, right? Because we see it's not just about saving money, but it's saving money to build generational wealth and making sure that these kids are set up for their entire life, and not just only for college. And the best part, as parents, you own this account. So when your kids turn 18, 19, 20, you don't even have to give it to them. What if your kids become successful and they don't need this extra money? Guess what? This cash value that's built up in this account, whose money is it? It's your money first. You're the parent. You're the adult. You're the one that saved it. So if at 20 your child is successful, he got a scholarship, he got a great career, and he doesn't need this 163, mom, dad, you have more money for yourself, right? So that's my time, guys. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to share. And like I said, I know you guys are going to have questions. You may want to run numbers for yourself and your kids. So please get in touch with Vida, and we'll set up a one-on-one free consultation to look at your own financial situation.
Can you please put your number in the chat for how the parents can reach you?
Yes, I'm going to do it right now. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so we will also invite you back in September as well, because this is, better information in September, the beginning of the school year, than at the end, to get all the parents.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
This was excellent. Thank you for sharing this.
Thank you.
And if you don't mind, can you put us back